Hi y'all, this is Vanessa Love and this is my channel about the mental health field and related topics. Alright, so I wanted to talk a little bit about mandalas, and so I do an example of one here. You are more than welcome to copy it, I guess, if you want, but also this is more about exploring your own and figuring out what kind of things that you like for your mandalas. So mandala is a Sanskrit word for sacred circle. So you'll see that this is a circle. You might want to do this like once a day for a couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks or something, to kind of see if there's anything that emerges. Preferably, if you're going to make one of these, also like write a sentence about your day or something that you thought about while you were doing it, so that you can see if there's anything that kind of like comes up for you repeatedly. Good to know your patterns sometimes so that you can kind of pay attention to things that might be going on. So I start here with permanent markers on cardstock, and you can see I just kind of I start out with a dot. You can also print out circles. You can print out circles with little dots so that you can have these available. I do like using cardstock. I find it very nice to kind of absorb, the material, the art media that I'm using, or art medium that I'm using. So here you can kind of see that sometimes I add dots to just kind of add flair to the artwork. This is an 11-minute video that I made from my scanner, and after I made it, that's when I realized that it was not connected to any microphone. So I'm going to post just the quiet, the no, nothing else video, like no noise video with this, so you can kind of see that it just, if you want to just watch it yourself. So there is an assessment called the MARI, the Mandala Assessment Research Instrument. Joan Kellogg, who is like a second generation founding mother of art therapy, she researched mandalas for 5 years. I'm guessing that she went to other countries and had them make mandalas, write about what they were experiencing, and then she put them all, like, the rumor is that she put them in like on a basketball court to kind of like sort all of them into basically 12 symbols that you can choose from, or 12, not 12 symbols, there's a lot of symbols, but like 12 like areas of growth that you can kind of you can be in those places. So she looks at colors, she looks at different oh my gosh, not materials, but different symbols that you use and kind of what stands out for you. So she wrote a book. It's no longer in print. I'm hoping one day that someone kindly will just copy it and it'll be available. But like, I also know that that's not ideal. Like, there's a whole lot with that. Anyway, so it's out of print. It was called Mandala, A Path to Beauty, and it was basically about her research. I've read many books that reference this book, but obviously I've not actually read the book. I do know someone who owns a copy of it. The last that I checked on Amazon, it's not available, but before that it was like $800 for like the one that was available, because it is so rare and out of print now. And a lot of people would like to have that available. What you gonna do? So yeah, mandalas, you can create them every day. I used to, Very fun. As I said, this only took me about 11 minutes to do. It can be quite meditative. There are a lot of other ways to use drawing as a meditative technique, if that's something that you're kind of like interested in. And I think a lot of people do understand the meditative properties of art. I think that's one of the advantages of Bob Ross being so popular, because he does kind of embody that like very nice, uh, like relaxing quality of doing art, and he's so positive. So yes, there is that. I like to do these imperfectly because I like to see where something might be going on in my brain, maybe my body. I don't know. It's been a while since I've made one, so I'm kind of like, well, I mean, those can be kind of indicators, symbols and that type of stuff. These aren't my normal symbols. This is just an example of using different shapes to create a mandala, and repeating shapes, but also like letting the brain kind of figure out its own thing as to what those symbols might mean for you. And you can use any of the little doodles that you do anyway. If you do little doodles, maybe you learn how to do little doodles and kind of put them in like a different little setting and something like this. I notice in this one that I do have a preference for one side of the page. It becomes a little bit more obvious as time goes on, because I lose more. What is that called? I use up more of the space on one side compared to the other, and that can mean a lot of different things. But yeah, I just find it interesting. And there are a lot of ways to interpret something like this, and you can definitely find ways to interpret artwork if that's something that interests you. I do have to say that not all of those things are very accurate, because sometimes I just don't take in sort of, I think that they can be too broad. That they can be like, oh, well, this red is for anger. Well, it could also be for passion. It can also be a favorite color, so like you can't, kind of generalize in some ways. But obviously, as I said, if you make one of these for yourself, you can kind of figure out what they mean to you, and what symbols might mean, what colors might mean. You can make these full color and make them full pages. As long as I guess it's kind of a circle, then you have that. And yeah, you can use these with pencil, pen, crayon, different markers than permanent markers, colored pencils, and I mean, I think I've done them with paint before too. It's a little bit, I think, a little bit different, but like it's definitely something that you can do with paint as well. I'm running out of things to say, so I think I'm gonna just kind of let the video run, and I'm kind of like, well, maybe I'll just stop it like once this little round is done, so that it's just done. Anyway, I hope that was helpful for you, and I hope that you have a great day. All right. I'm not going to end it too soon, I swear. All right.